Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I am currently working on the Lucky Clover bundle, and I would say a good 80% of my videos for the month of February will be the Lucky Clover bundle. I can't even find the stamp set. Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. And I'm doing a little bit, I'm adding a very old retired stamp set, which I will never, ever get rid of. It is this one, Pinch Proof. I needed a little more for this sampler, and I wanted a larger, I didn't use the leprechaun, I wasn't going there, but I wanted this large Happy St. Patrick's Day saying on this sampler. So let me get started. You're going to see a lot of stuff. I'm hoping this goes smoothly. Whew. Okay, so you all, if you've seen my February sampler, you know that I'm going to try to do one for every month or at least season. To go in my large shadow box. So I have a full sheet of Granny Apple Green that's 8.5 by 11. It's staying just as it is. Next, I have a sheet of Basic White that is 7.5 by 10. I scored it at, on the 7.5 inch guide, I scored it at 2.5 and at 5. I turned it and I scored it at 3 3/16, and then I turned it around and I scored it again at 3 3/16. It just gives me a little grid for placement, and it helped me get my measurements. Where does my, oh, I am going to set this way aside. So let's go over next what you're going to need. So you are going to need to cut 6 of, I put Granny Apple Green. It's supposed to be Garden Green. Oh. Garden Green pieces of cardstock that are 2 1/4 by 3 1/16. And yes, I know it's that 16th, but don't be afraid of that. So you're going to need 6 of these. You're also going to need 6 pieces of DSP, and I have used a combination of Dandy Designs, which is this, and from the Brights, but it's the retired Brights that were on the clearance rack, which was such a great buy. I could not pass it up. So these are the package. The number, if you want the exact ones, the stock number was 155228, but there's new Brights. It's just, I can't afford to always buy all that DSP. So when I found these on the clearance rack, I bought one of each of the color sets so I can use them. Okay, so let me show you. Yikes. Okay, so you'll see the designs of the DSP in a minute. Lucky Clover Punch. You're going to need to cut 3 of these in Garden Green. One we're going to stamp in, okay, these are punch. We're going to stamp one in Granny Apple Green and punch on Basic White. We will do that together. I have one decorative circle punch. Oops, that shows you how I did some stuff. So here's my, we're not going to use that one. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could stamp that on there. It didn't work. So we have a decorative circle punch in Basic White. We have a piece of Basic White that's 1.5 by 2 3/4 for the sentiment, Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I fussy cut it out. Tried to do a lot of prep for this. Then I have another strip that is 3/4 of an inch. That's what this piece started out, by 3 for the other Happy St. Patrick's Day, which is in the Lucky Clover, and I fussy cut it out, and we're going to back that on a wee little strip of Granny Apple Green that is 1/2 an inch by 3 3/4. Let me put those two back together so we don't lose them. Basic White, 1.5. It's to stamp this, 1.5 by 2.5 to stamp Lucky Me, I've Got You. that is also from Pinch Proof. I kind of like that to go along with the saying about friends. We're going to do this one because this one got smeared. And I punched it with the Label Me Fancy punch. So we will be doing that in a minute. And then I punched a second one of the Label Me Fancy out in the Garden Green. So let's see. Okay. Now we go to the circle punches. I have 4 Garden Green 1-inch circles, and I used the circle punch. Then I stamped the littlest clover here from the stamp set in Garden Green, and I punched that out with a 3/4 inch circle punch. You will need 4 sets of those. You will need 4 postage stamps. You will need 4 punches of this white, basic white, for us to do our sayings, and we're going to redo those, but those were me practicing. We're going to need those. You're going to need your Stampin' Right Garden Green marker. We're using Garden Green ink and Granny Apple Green. That goes over all the supplies. Ugh, I know that was a crazy amount. So let's get started as I'm losing all of my pieces. So I can take them off of this sheet. This was my sheet to see what everything was going on. So I'm bringing in my grid sheet, and we are going to do some stamping on this because I want to. Yikes, as that goes down. See how much I can move aside here. Go away, go away. I want to bring in that little Clover stamp, and I need, we're going to use this because I'm going to be stamping off. I'm just going to go a border around the edge with the clovers. So I am having to reach off to my right for the ink just because I have so much stuff here. Okay, we're going to turn it this way and repeat this process on again. So stamp off and stamp, stamp off and stamp, off, stamp, off, stamp. Now we're going to do the opposite ends. So I'm going to come in here like so. Now I'm going to turn it this way, and this is why those grid lines are really going to help. We're going to use those next, and we're going to stamp on those grid lines that I made. So we're going to come, oops, I need to stamp off. I'm going to come straight down the middle of those grid lines I made. Now we're going to do the other grid line here. Oh, now we're going to turn it, and we're going to go down the other 2 center grid lines. I love this little scattering of the clovers. It's just too cool. So here we go. Move it up so you guys can see this. And that's all for the clovers. Now we're going to start placing our DSP pieces. Go ahead and we're going to glue those on. Let me move that scratch paper out of the way. we're going to glue these down. If I can find the glue bottle. Oh boy, do I have a mess. There it is. Okay. Not where it normally is. So we're going to glue all of these down. I've already put them on dimensionals. Oh, I got to remember. Yes, this one. Let's put them in their place before I lose sight of what I was doing. I don't want to start gluing things down in the wrong places. That one. This one. I really liked this setup because it reminded me of a tic-tac-toe board. I'm missing, oh, it's in my hand. Okay, so this one goes right here. You see we get that little bit of Clover effect going on. I hope y'all don't mind me doing so much of the prep work, but I wanted to keep the video as short as possible, and this was the only way I could think of to do it. Alright, so the one in my hand that I'm about to glue down is from the Dandy Designs, and on the back side of that was the stripes, and you guys know I didn't do that. It just it didn't work out. So here's this one. I kept the polka dots. I liked keeping it. This one we're going to put up on dimensionals. This corner and this corner is the same piece of DSP from the Brights collection. And this piece is the back side of this one. The only sad thing is now I gotta wait till March to put this in my shadow box, but that's okay. So this one, like I said, we need dimensionals to put this one up. One in each corner will suffice. You could add one in the middle if you weren't so inclined. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm not having anything heavy in the center. I'm just having that large clover that we're going to stamp and punch out on it. So put this, center that up as best I can. Nope, I don't like that. Don't know why. Sometimes when I do dimensionals on pieces like this, they just don't get where. And that one's really crooked placing. Ugh. Okay, much better. So that one is the one different one, and that's going in the center. So now I'm going to bring my sheet basic white that I've been doing punches on and our large clover, and this is going to be in the Granny Apple Green. I'm going to punch it, stamp and do a punch, and then I'm going to show you how I split a clover to back this, and I like this effect, and it was quite easy to do. So here is my clover. Now what I did, let me get my pieces. We're going to use that one. I'm going to use it just because I can. This is my clover. I took my snips, if I can find them, and I just cut at the base and cut that right in half. And what that's going to allow me to do, you're going to see in a minute. First of all, we are going to put this on dimensionals. So it's going to get quite a few. It's going to get 4 here. This is just going to go right on top of it. This step, it's up to you if you want to do this. I messed up, so I'm going to use it. Now, this is also going to get dimensionals on the back. It's our focal point after all. So we need 4 more. We're going to add some Winka Stella to this. So with 1/2 of that clover, I am just going to offset it so you can see that behind there. I wonder if this one goes this way. Nope, it goes that way. Make sure you get it going the right way. Offset just so I have 3 layers there, and the last one you can see that it's split. So that, oops, we have our decorative circle punch, which we're gonna stamp onto, and we're gonna stamp those gorgeous little clovers. This time, however, we're gonna stamp off again because I like that effect with this. And there. I just wanted to add a little bit more. We're going to add just a few solid. I'm just trying to get that tip one and add a few of those. Yes, and I want another one right here. All right, so this now is going to go on here, and do I want to put that on another set of dimensionals? I just might. I'm going to glue this to this one and then put that onto dimensionals. It's a shadow box. It's meant for dimension. So this, let me see, get that where I want it, is going to go like so. And then this is going to get more dimensionals. And 3 should do it. In fact, I'm going to put them on there so they're not in the way of anything. What if I can get the backings off? All right. So I'm going to put my clover like, I want it off skew like so. So there's my centerpiece for my clover. Then let's go to what's next. What do we need to do? We have our other 2 clovers, and one is going to go this way, and one I want them going opposite. Let's see, that one goes that way, so this one can go that way, and this one can go this way. And these are going to get glued down just as they are in the center. Yes. Okay. Now where are my parts and pieces that I had on this table? Okay. Let's go move on to our, you can see I'm going to show you how I split this stamp up to do this. So this is going down here. I can use that one. This one, no, but I want it there. I got to remember where they go, and then we will stamp them. That one is definitely no good. Where's my other piece? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. A good friend is up in the top. So this is showing me where they need to go, because our little clovers, one there, they're going opposite. So you can see how that one is not. A good friend is like a 4-leaf clover. I split this one up. Yes, that's how that one needs to go. And this one we are redoing. Those I think I can use. So we are going to use those and stamp this last one again so I can show you how I did that. Even though I have those all prepped, we can skip it, I think. So what I did is I inked up each part that I wanted. So we're working on the second line, a 4-leaf clover. First, we're going to ink up the A in the 4. And I'm using the side of the brush tip. And I want it up here in this right-hand corner. There we go. Now I'm going to clean it off real quick with my Stampin' Chamois, which I absolutely love. I just had to go clean it out this morning. So next we're going to do the second part of the line, the hyphen in the leaf clover. And I'm just taking it. Now you could mask this up with Post-it notes, however you feel comfortable. This is really old school and I am most comfortable doing it this way. So huff on it in case it dried off, and you just need to figure out where the leaf clover needs to go, and I'm hoping that this works. My clover might be a little too far, but let's see. See, we're gonna have to do that again one more time because I got the clover too far over. So let's try it one more time. Lots of help. So we're gonna go, let me look at it this way, maybe that will help. A4. Now the leaf clover. If I don't mess this one up, let's see. If I mess it up, I'll use the original. Okay, come on, let's do a good job here. That looks good. But then again, I could be wrong. Would not be the first time. I am human. Let's see. Oh, that will work. Okay. So what are we going to do next? Next, we are going to bring in those little clovers that I have been stamping on everything. And you can see all the clovers all over the place. We are going to stamp a couple of times, but stamp off first. Oh, now we need to do that to all of them, which we have 2 more to do because one is already done. So stamp off, stamp, stamp, stamp off, stamp, stamp. And we are good to go. Let's glue these in their perspective corners. Okay, so is like a good friend and 4-leaf clover. So these are just going down in the center here. You could sponge around the edges. There's so much more you could do to this, and I do want my clovers going different directions. So this one is going to come like so. I tried the good luck. I didn't. I liked it going like a tic-tac-toe board. Just kind of suited me, you could say. Oops. Should scoot that one down just a hair. Yikes. Stay in place, please. Okay. We're going to put you upside down. Yes, we are. And this one, the last corner bit. And this one is going to go right there. So you can see my board starting to come into play. So I have, those are the clovers. Yikes. We have Lucky Me, I've Got You, and oh, from limited edition, I'm bringing in One of a Kind. Because a 4-leaf clover, a friend, one of a kind, you get the point. So I've already stamped that Happy St. Patrick's Day. And we are going to place that right here. I don't want to start spongy. I will get carried away and just keep going. So we are going to take 3 of these and pop it on the back of that Happy St. Patrick's Day from Pinch Proof. It's just that I wanted a bigger Happy St. Patrick's Day. And I have this wee little one, which I need minis. Do I have any minis out? No. But I do have this strip that will work. Sometimes things just are meant to be. So I'm just popping the strip that was in my case right there. And I'm gluing this little Happy St. Patrick's Day, adhering it, if you would, right there. And he is going on that clover. So I'm going to glue this one down. Now we have Lucky Me, I've Got You, which is to go up here. And we have this other piece to go down there, but I have to stamp. So I need the Lucky Me, I've Got You. Where did I put you? Because this is not going to work. Oh, here it is. I mean, we could do... I really like the Lucky Me, I've Got You. So here is my 1-inch strip by 2.5, and we're going with that dark garden green that we chose earlier. So I'm simply going to do this. Now I'm going to need a little handle to put this in the punch, and hopefully this works. So let's see. Yikes, things are falling down. Everything's stacked up. So we're using that Label Me Fancy. You can see I used this already, but we're going to use it again. And I'm sticking this in here, and it is purposely shy, meaning it's not quite the direct width of this, and that's because I want that dark garden green to be on the back of it. So I purposely cut it that way. But now I've got to get this here. Just lining her up in here roughly where I can see. Oops. Okay, I need another handle. That handle has had it. It's been used. It doesn't want to play anymore. It doesn't want to play nicely. And I really need to get this right. So there we go. Just trying to get it even. That is not even. It'll work. Okay. Don't fall down on me. So this one is now going to go on dimensionals because this is a sampler. Set that aside so it can be cleaned. And now, and I don't like that one at all. It is not straight. So you know what? We're gonna fussy cut it. I am not afraid to make it do what I want it to do. You want to be difficult? I will make you work for me and not against me. Oh, it's my craft space. It's my wonderland, my playtime. There we have it. Now it's going to go beautifully on there. It was meant to be that way. More garden green to show. So there we have Lucky Me, I've Got You. That one needs to go away. My next little scrap of basic white is for the One of a Kind. And with that, we are inking up with our marker because I only want the One of a Kind on here. It's driving and it's so cold. My heater has been going and I'm telling you, my toes are like frozen. So here we go. Let's use the clean side. And we're just going to fussy cut this one. Oh, yeah, we are going to fussy cut it. Just like we did the other one. And you know, when I fussy cut, I want you to know I purposely cut this out. Yes. Okay. Oh, no, dimensionals. Well, dimensionals, well, I don't really like. Oh. That's perfect. One of a kind. Take off our little handle. You know me, I was using up scraps and bits and pieces. And now to bling this thing out. Haha! Let's bring in our sheet. I'm thinking, did I put that on dimensionals? And no, I didn't. Do I want to pop it up on dimensionals? I'm not sure yet. I might wait till I put it in the box. But there is my sampler for St. Patrick's Day. And you guys have seen me use these with my other projects with this kit because I love these little pearls with it. So we're going to add these to our little clovers all over the place. Let's see. You could add whichever, you know, jewels, bling that you are happy with using. I really like these. Let's see what else. I know we got some more. And please work with me. Like, I don't want to go away from my friends. Your friends are joining you on this adventure. I watched The Hobbit last night. I'm going to even add some little ones down here. I'm going to add one there. Yikes, come on. One there. Yikes, come on. And one there. Needs to scoot down a bit. And I have, so 3, and I need some, okay, let's see what else we got going on. That can go on the eye. And I think we will put, if I can lift it up. I think we'll put one on the stem, and that is good. I don't want to overdo it, which I do have a tendency to do, but I want to bring in my Winkostella, and I want to Winkostella all my little clovers here, and the large one in the center. really making it stand out. You know what we can even do? It will dry and be sparkly. We'll do the large clover just because it needs some sparkle in it. Yes. So that is my sampler using the Lucky Clover bundle and the Dandy Designs DSP and also the Brights, the retired Brights that is. So I hope you have fun creating your projects, and if you haven't tried making a sampler, don't be afraid. Using that grid pattern to make it helps me. It helps me figure out my measurements and so much more. And I hope you are inspired to try one yourself. And I hope you come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye now.